I think the most important thing as a teacher is to witness yourself and your students as non-judgmentally as you possibly can. And it starts with being very truthful about who you are, right? So for me to say, hey, listen, sometimes I'm still impatient. Sometimes I'm still judgmental. Sometimes I'm still frustrated. Sometimes I get greedy. That's a sincere acknowledgement of some of the things that I'm working on. And I can only work on those things if I acknowledge them and am compassionate towards them and work on them. It's the same thing if I see in a student, right? If I see in a student, oh, the student always arrives late, or the student always works really hard, or the student doesn't pay attention very well, is to have compassion for that first, right? Is just to realize, look, this sometimes happens. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. So I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to hold a non-judgmental space, and then we're going to work on it together, right? And I think we can only be very free to witness who we are and who other people are if we're truthful and compassionate. So I think to look at ourselves and to look at our students with the least judgment possible and with the most compassion. And the other thing that's really important as a teacher is just to make people feel welcome and comfortable and like they're invited into the space. There's a lot of I call old school teaching, where the teacher is the authority and the student is the subject. And in the yoga room, I don't really behave that way. I mean, I'm definitely the authority in the yoga room, but at the same time, I want the student to want to be there. And I want the student to want to feel like they can be who they are in my company. And so the teachers has to really set just a warm, welcoming space.